My mind was blown when I saw Balls Mueller fly over 6 minutes on a foil. I was certain it was a record. Up until that point, I thought my 2.5 minute personal best was amazing. I had to figure out how this was possible. So I contacted MACkite and they were kind enough to loan me this foil to try. Today we're reviewing the SABFoil 1250 and we'll see if we found our new favorite foil. The 1250 is a beast. It's the biggest foil I've ever flown. It's not only huge at 2,400 square centimeters, it has a 125 centimeter span. Large area tends to be slow due to a lot of drag, but this foil was fast. The 1250 accelerated from the second to first wake with ease. It reached a max pumping speed of 5.3 meters per second, which is higher than many smaller foils I've flown. And the 1250 glided extremely far at just over 25 meters. I was left scratching my head. I would have never thought a large area foil could do this. But if you look closer, the foil section is thin at 10.7% of chord length. During the surf test, the 1250 performed very well. Its excellent lift to drag performance combined with its huge area made it shine on the second wake, but we weren't quite able to pull off the third. During the carving test, we could feel the foil flexing while pumping. These maneuvers are tough when a foil isn't rigid, and a huge 125 centimeter span is about as challenging as it gets. At high speeds, the 1250 was challenging to control. Even the smallest change in pitch sent me into the water. Precision pumping was critical. We could feel an off-axis pump flex the foil, so tested the deflection by putting the mast in both bending and torsion. In bending, the 1250 deflected the same amount as a comparable aluminum mast under the same load. When we loaded the 1250 in torsion by twisting the mast, the tip deflected a lot more than the aluminum mast. This might explain the flex we experienced during pumping. Usually I hop onto a foil and in a few minutes I have a feel for how to optimally pump it, but not this one. This took some time for me to get the hang of. We discovered that the 1250 is a sweet spot. It has a narrow angle of attack range that it can operate efficiently within, and if you stay in that range, the foil is exceptional. To stay in that sweet spot, you have to pitch the nose down during the drive phase and pitch up during the climb phase. You do this with every foil, but more so with this one. If you don't, you fall out of the sweet spot and maybe even stall the wing. Dock starting was a bit more challenging than I expected. Launching large front wings is usually quite easy, but we believe the foil cross-section was designed for speed and glide, not for low-speed lift, and it was apparent when learning to dock start. The price of this setup is just over $2,100, which is a bit higher than other foils. After clocking a few more hours of practice, we went for a pump record. The best I could achieve was just shy of 2 minutes, but why couldn't I break my personal best? We think the flex, the need for precision pumping to stay in the sweet spot, and the need to fly a bit faster than similar sized foils are 3 contributing factors. The 1250 scored a 33 out of 50 or 66% across our 10 tests. If we forget its price and the lack of high-speed control, this foil scored the same as my favorite foil, which is awesome. I'm confident that with a stiffer mast and a few small tweaks to give this foil more lift, this could become my favorite. But this is a tough foil to learn to pump with, and it required a lot of practice for me to improve. But if you put in the time, I'm confident this foil will perform well for you. Balls accomplished something amazing, and was the first we saw pump for 6 minutes. Will Culberson is the only other person I know who's pumped for 6 minutes. He performed this on my current favorite foil. These two gentlemen have shown us the art of what's possible, and it gives me inspiration for what the future holds. Right now we're giving away hats to anyone who dock starts and pumps for 1 minute. I might need to send Balls 6 hats for a 6-minute pump as my thanks for inspiring all of us and showing us what the SABFoil 1250 is all about.